the Cavendish Fletcher Community Library, and welcome to October. The colors are beautiful this year. It's just all popping right now, and October can be kind of a spooky time of year, and I come with some really good stories. The first one is by Terry Border. It is Snack Attack. And this book was published by Philomel Books in 2019, and it was written for My Team Zizou. Snack Attack. One afternoon, a cheese doodle, a pretzel stick, and a cookie all escaped from their packages, even though they had been warned about the outside world. There were monsters, they'd heard, with big teeth and slobbery tongues who ate snacks like them in two loud chomps. But wherever they were seemed fun, not dangerous. They even went boating on a pond. Then they found the note. Hi, kiddo. I hope you had a good day at school. I had to go out, so I left you some snacks because I'll be late. Love, Mom. Oh no, she means us, cried Cookie, who was a very smart cookie. Pretzel and Cheese Doodle asked what a kid was. A kid is some kind of monster, said Cookie, like the ones we've been warned about. They're giants. A monster kid can hold all three of us in one of their humongous, dirty hands. They can squash us to bits. Yikes, said Pretzel. And that's not the worst part, said Cookie. They can crack us in half, dunk us in milk. She shuddered. There's even more, said Cookie. They can swallow us all in one monstrous gulp. I feel faint, said Pretzel. We have to come up with a plan, and quick. Cheese Doodle had heard about a thing called the 5-second rule, where monsters won't eat food if it's been left on the floor for longer than 5 seconds. Let's roll on the floor for 6 seconds and make the kid not want to eat us, he said. Nope, said the cookie. That only works with monster moms, not monster kids. Cheese Doodle came up with another idea. Maybe they could hide. But after they found a good hiding place, ouchie, ouchie, ouch, yelled Cheese Doodle. Oh no, said Pretzel. Cheese Doodle got too close to the cheese grater. I don't feel greater, cried Cheese Doodle. It's really a cheese worser. Cheese Doodle got one last idea, his best yet. He turned over the note and wrote on the other side, Dear kid, please drink some water and eat nothing else. From your loving Mama. As soon as the note was finished, they heard footsteps. Footsteps of a monster kid. The snacks closed their eyes and tried their best not to shake from fear. While the monster kid read the note, Cheese Doodle took a peek and was quite surprised. Pretzel peeked too. She couldn't believe what she saw. Although the monster kid was a giant, it didn't look like a monster at all. The monster kid got some water from the sink and took a nice long sip. My plan worked, said Cheese Doodle once the kid had left. What a relief. didn't seem unhappy about that nice glass of water, said Pretzel. Maybe we can be friends with the monster kid. I think we can, said Cheese Doodle. How about you, Cookie? Hey, Cookie, where are you? Cookie? The end. And that was Snack Attack by Terry Border. Next, we have some more by Terry Border, and it's more snacks, only this time it is Scaredy Snacks. And this was also published by Philomel Books, and it was written in the year 2020. And it's dedicated to Judy, my partner in this adventure of life. Where do you want to go next, my dear? Scaredy Snacks by Terry Border. It was cleaning day at the snack cabinet, and everyone was hard at work. But Sprinkles didn't feel like cleaning at all. Instead, she wanted to welcome Dr. Nuttenstein, the new neighbor who had moved in next door. Word on the kitchen counter was that he was a little bananas. But Sprinkles didn't care. She was a tough cookie and convinced her friends Doodle and Pretzel to come along. One of the doors to the creepy old house wasn't quite closed, and when they knocked, it swung wide open. Creak! Hello? Called Sprinkles. Is anybody home? All they heard was silence. Sprinkles stopped to think. Let's just put our welcome card inside, she said. This place smells moldy, like my cousin, Gorgonzola, said Doodle once they got inside. It's twisted, said Pretzel, and not in a good way. This Nuttenstein seems rotten. Stop acting like baby food, said Sprinkles. Then they heard the door again. Creak! Someone was coming. That must be Dr. Nuttenstein, whispered Pretzel. I think that's what a mad scientist looks like, whispered Cheese Doodle. Sprinkles didn't say anything. They watched as Dr. Nuttenstein used blenders and choppers. He pushed buttons, he flipped switches, and then a loud zap! It's alive! Shouted Dr. Nuttenstein. The three friends realized that they were in a terrible pickle. It's a monster cookie, whispered Pretzel. It's a cookie monster, moaned Doodle. A peanut butter biscuit beast, gasped Sprinkles. Just then, Dr. Nuttenstein looked down at the floor. Who made this mess? He asked his cookie creation. We'll have to teach them a lesson. That nutty doctor is going to find us, whispered Cheese Doodle. He could turn me into a grilled cheese doodle. I feel like crying, sobbed Pretzel, and then I'll be soggy. I'm so scared I might lose all my sprinkles, said Sprinkles. Aha! Dr. Nuttenstein shouted. The trio froze like popsicles. The doctor studied them carefully and then slowly and quietly said, "Come with me." He searched through his gruesome tools. Sprinkles and her friends were horrified. They were petrified. They were dizzy with fear. Then Dr. Nuttenstein spoke his nightmarish words. Take these brooms and get busy, he said. I want this place spotless. Oh no, cried the Snacks. But as they cleaned, they found out that if they worked together, it wasn't so bad. So when Sprinkles took a break and didn't come back, Doodle and Pretzel were pretty upset. They went home to let her know. After waving goodbye to the Snacks, Dr. Nettenstein and his creature friend got ready for dinner. But it turned out that the creature wasn't hungry at all. Because sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. The end of Scaredy Snacks by Terry Border.